Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in Boston. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Monday, October 28th. You'll be interested to know 138 years ago, today, in 1886, President Grover Cleveland officially dedicated the Statue of Liberty, a remarkable gift from the people of France to the people of the United States, on Bedloe's Island, later known as Liberty Island, in Upper New York Bay. This dedication symbolized friendship and shared ideals between the two nations. So now you know. And now, it's time for the weather report. This morning, it's mostly sunny and feels like 29 degrees with 13-mile-per-hour wind. The sunset will take place at 5:42, and it will rise again tomorrow at 7:14. It looks like we're in for a sunny Monday with temperatures reaching up to 51 and a light north wind. Tonight, expect mostly clear skies with some patchy frost after 1 a.m., a low of 33, and gentle winds. For all you beach runners out there, the first high tide Monday will be just before 9:30 with a low tide at 3:30. The nearshore buoy at Cape Cod Bay reads 58 degrees for the water temperature. Looking ahead in the weather, expect patchy frost before 9 a.m. on Tuesday as well, then mostly sunny skies with a high near 57. Wednesday brings partly sunny conditions, warming up to a high near 73. Nights will be mostly cloudy with lows around 57 to 60. Rain showers are possible after 7 p.m. on Tuesday and again before 2 p.m. on Friday, so keep an eye out. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, the Boston City Council may vote next week on a revised proposal from Mayor Michelle Wu aimed at shifting property tax burdens from homeowners to commercial property owners. This compromise reduces the tax burden on businesses and shortens the duration of the change. If approved, residential taxes would increase by 9%, significantly lower than the estimated 28% without action. Councilors expressed concerns over the rush process, with calls for community meetings. Senate President Karen Spilka praised the compromise, emphasizing its balance between resident and business needs. Final tax rates must be approved in November for timely billing. Now on to sports. On Sunday Night Football in Santa Clara, the 49ers, now 4-4, triumphed over the Dallas Cowboys, who dropped to 3-4 with a thrilling 30-24 victory. Brock Purdy shone, throwing for 260 yards and a touchdown, while also scoring on a sneak. Despite Dak Prescott's valiant effort with 2 TDs to CeeDee Lamb, the comeback could not be completed. On Monday Night Football, the Pittsburgh Steelers, at 5-2, host the New York Giants, who are 2-5. With Russell Wilson back in form, accounting for 3 touchdowns last week, Pittsburgh's offense looks promising. The Giants face a daunting task against a defense led by T.J. Watt, second in the NFL in takeaways. Tonight, the Dodgers face the Yankees in New York for Game 3 of the World Series, with Los Angeles leading 2-0. Walker Buehler squares off against Clark Schmidt. Expect 53 degrees at game time in the Bronx. The Dodgers are favored by 1.5 runs. Shohei Ohtani's status remains unknown. In local sports, last night in Detroit, the Celtics edged out the Pistons 124-118. Jayson Tatum lit up the court with 37 points, while Jalen Ivey led Detroit with 26. The C's maintained their unbeaten streak at 3-0. Tonight, the Celtics host the Milwaukee Bucks at the Garden. The Celtics are favored by 1.5. Key absences include Chris Middleton for the Bucks and Kristaps Porzingis for the Celts. Yesterday afternoon, the Pats snapped their 6-game losing streak, edging out the New York Jets 25-22 at Gillette Stadium. Ramondre Stevenson's late touchdown secured the win. Jacoby Brissett, stepping in for injured Drake May, led 2 fourth-quarter scoring drives. Aaron Rodgers threw for 233 yards and 2 touchdowns, but the Jets stumbled to their 5th consecutive loss. Both teams now stand at 2-6. Friday night, Louisville staged a comeback to beat Boston College 31-27 after trailing by 20 points. Tyler Show threw for 333 yards and 2 touchdowns, despite 2 interceptions. Boston College, now 4-4, saw Thomas Castellanos' final Hail Mary fall incomplete, sealing their fate. Tomorrow, the unbeaten Bruins, at 4-0-1, face off against the Philadelphia Flyers, who stand at 2-5-1 at TD Garden. In top news, the non-alcoholic beer market is experiencing a remarkable surge, attracting various companies, including those owned by celebrities. Bump Williams, the chief executive officer of Bump Williams Consulting, predicts double-digit growth for at least the next 5 years. He noted drinking a non-alcoholic beer today is not like it was 25 years ago, emphasizing a shift towards health-conscious choices. The recent launch of Bero, a premium non-alcoholic beer by actor Tom Holland and Chief Executive Officer John Herman, highlights this trend. Sales in this category have soared from $135 million in 2018 to over $541 million in 2023. In business news, big technology companies are losing some shine ahead of a major earnings week. This week, Alphabet, Microsoft, Meta Platforms, Apple, and Amazon will report their quarterly results. Over the summer, some of these Magnificent Seven stocks became less remarkable as the Federal Reserve cut interest rates. Despite this, analysts predict solid growth for these companies. Ado Caspi, an analyst at Global X, noted expectations for revenue acceleration and continued innovation. However, there are signs that retail investors are shifting towards other sectors, indicating a potential decline in enthusiasm for artificial intelligence. Earnings from other companies, including McDonald's and Starbucks, will also be closely watched this week. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is just over $67,700. Ethereum is just under $2,500. And Goatsius Maximus, moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the Boston area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class. With locations in Canton, Wellesley, Hingham, Brookline, and Framingham, just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk tech. Microsoft is facing a significant challenge with the release of a new installment in the popular Call of Duty franchise, which will be available on its Game Pass subscription service. This launch is part of Microsoft's ambitious $75 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard, aiming to transform how gamers access and pay for video games. The latest installment, Call of Duty: Black Ops 6, will be offered for a monthly fee of around $20, or for a one-time purchase starting at $70. As the gaming industry evolves, Microsoft hopes to mimic the success of streaming platforms like Netflix, although some analysts remain skeptical about the viability of this model for video games. And in entertainment news, exciting news for Peaky Blinders fans. Production on the film adaptation is officially underway, with Cillian Murphy reprising his iconic role as Tommy Shelby. Creator Stephen Knight confirmed Murphy's return at the premiere of his new BBC series, This Town, stating, "We are shooting it in September just down the road in Daybeth." Alongside Murphy, the cast includes A-list talents like Rebecca Ferguson, Tim Roth, and Barry Keoghan. While a release date remains unconfirmed, we could see the film by the end of 2025. The storyline will delve into untold events surrounding the Second World War. Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the Scottish politician and writer, Walter Elliot. And he said, "Perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after the other." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the weather reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings in Boston.